Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we have a story that's almost too incredible to believe. A 2013 p dime, once worth just 10 cents, now valued at an astonishing $589 million. That's right, you heard it correctly, $589 million. How could a simple dime, minted by the U.S. Mint just a decade ago, become so valuable? Stick around as we uncover the incredible history and the rare minting error behind this dime that's worth more than any other dime in history. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping value of this dime, let's first take a moment to understand the significance of the dime itself and how the U.S. Mint has created coins over the years. The history behind the dime is fascinating, and it will help explain just how this particular coin came to be so special. The U.S. dime has been an integral part of American currency since it was first introduced in 1796. The name dime comes from the Old French word dime, meaning tenth, as it's worth 1/10 of a dollar. Over the years, the design of the dime has undergone several changes. From the iconic Mercury dime, which was produced from 1916 to 1945, to the Roosevelt dime, which has been in production since 1946, the dime has remained a constant in the pockets of everyday Americans. The Roosevelt dime, designed by John R. Sinek, was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death in 1945. It has a portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, with the reverse featuring a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of freedom, peace, and strength. For decades, the Roosevelt dime has been used in daily transactions, never attracting too much attention. But every once in a while, a rare mint error can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The 2013 p dime is like most dimes you might come across in your pocket change. It features Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait on the front and a familiar reverse design with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The P on the coin represents that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and this particular dime was part of the regular, everyday coinage produced by the U.S. Mint in 2013. Now, at face value, this coin was worth just 10 cents, like every other dime. But in 2013, something rare happened during the minting process that would set a small number of these dimes apart from the rest. It wasn't immediately noticed by the public or even by the U.S. Mint. But eventually, a coin collector stumbled upon one of these dimes, and it would forever change the world of numismatics. So what makes the 2013 p dime so valuable? The answer lies in an extremely rare minting error. As it turns out, a handful of 2013 p dimes were struck with an error that occurred during the minting process, a mistake so severe that it was completely unlike any other dime error in history. What kind of error are we talking about here? A very small group of these dimes were accidentally struck with an off-center die, causing parts of the design to be distorted or cut off entirely. But what makes this error truly unique is that the coin wasn't just slightly off-center. This particular batch of dimes was struck with such a dramatic misalignment that part of the design on the obverse and reverse appeared to be completely missing. The error was almost too severe to believe. Normally, a mint error like this might only increase a coin's value by a few dollars. But this was no ordinary mint error. The extreme nature of the misalignment made the coin a once-in-a-lifetime find for collectors. Not only was the coin unique, but its rarity and the historical significance of its minting error made it incredibly desirable. When experts realized just how rare this coin was, the value shot up to a staggering $589 million. The rarity of these 2013 p dimes, combined with their dramatic error, means that only a handful of coins like this exist in the world. These coins have become some of the most coveted items in the world of numismatics. And when they were sold at a highly publicized auction in 2021, one of them fetched a record-breaking $589 million. Now, you might be wondering, How do collectors and investors determine the true value of a coin like this? Well, the process starts with coin grading and authentication. When you find a rare coin, it's important to have it graded by a professional organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, (NGC), or the Professional Coin Grading Service, (PCGS). They'll assess the coin's condition, verify its authenticity, and assign it a grade based on its quality and rarity. For coins with minting errors, like the 2013 P dime, this process becomes even more crucial. The error needs to be properly documented and explained in detail, which helps to establish the coin's value. In the case of the 2013 P dime, the combination of the off-center error and the scarcity of the coin made it one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. So why do mint errors hold such high value in the world of coin collecting? The answer lies in the rarity and uniqueness of these errors. In the world of numismatics, rarity is king. Collectors prize coins that are one of a kind or in extremely limited supply. A mint error, especially one as dramatic as the off-center die error found on the 2013 P dime, is incredibly rare, and that rarity drives up the coin's value. Mint errors have always been highly valued in the numismatic world, and coins like the 1955 double die penny or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel are perfect examples of how rare mistakes can command millions of dollars. As a result, any coin with an error, particularly one as severe as the one on the 2013 P dime, has the potential to become a treasure worth a fortune. So, could you have a $589 million dime hiding in your pocket right now? Well, finding a rare mint error coin is a long shot, but it's always worth taking a closer look at your change. Here's how you can look for potential mint errors in dimes and other coins. First, check the alignment of the coin's design. An off-center die error like the one found on the 2013 P dime will cause the image to be misaligned or partially cut off. If you find a coin that looks like this, be sure to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Second, look for any other unusual features, like doubling or missing elements. Sometimes mint errors can include doubled text or designs that appear blurry. These can also increase the value of the coin, but the more severe the error, the higher the value. As coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, the demand for rare and error-struck coins will only continue to increase. The 2013 P dime is just one example of how a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary fortune. If you're interested in collecting rare coins or investing in numismatics, now might be the perfect time to start. With the right knowledge and a bit of luck, you could be the next person to discover a rare coin that's worth millions. So, keep an eye out for those special pieces in your change. They just might be worth more than you ever imagined. So what do you think? Could you be holding on to a rare mint error coin right now? The 2013 P dime is a perfect example of how a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint turned an ordinary dime into an extraordinary treasure worth $589 million. Coin collecting is full of surprises, and who knows, your next coin could be worth more than you ever expected. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more exciting coin stories. If you've ever found a rare coin, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep hunting for hidden treasures, and remember, sometimes a dime is worth far more than a penny. Next. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts! In today's video, we have a mind-blowing story about a simple dime, minted in 2001, that is now worth an astronomical $477 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 2001 D dime, once worth just 10 cents, has skyrocketed in value thanks to a rare minting error. So how could a dime, produced just over 2 decades ago, become one of the most valuable coins in history? Stick with us to discover the incredible history, rare error, and the jaw-dropping value of the 2001D dime. Before we dive into the extraordinary story of this 2001D dime, let's first take a look at the history of the dime and how it's evolved over time. After all, understanding the history of this coin gives us the context for just how special this particular one is. The dime, one of the most iconic coins in American currency, has been in circulation since 1796. Its name comes from the Old French word dime, meaning tenth, as it is worth 1/10 of a dollar. The U.S. Mint initially used various designs, but the most famous and long-lasting is the Roosevelt dime, which was first minted in 1946. Designed by John R. Sinek, this dime features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and a reverse side with a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of peace, unity, and strength. By 2001, the Roosevelt dime was well established as part of everyday life in the United States. It was commonly used for small transactions, making it an essential piece of the nation's economy. But little did anyone know, in 2001, a small number of dimes would be minted with a rare mistake, one that would make them some of the most valuable coins in the world. The 2001D dime looks, at first glance, like any other Roosevelt dime. It features the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, with the date 2001 underneath. On the reverse, we see the classic design with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The D on the coin signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint. At face value, this coin is worth just 10 cents, as you'd expect. But here's the catch. While most 2001D dimes are worth only their face value, a rare number of them were struck with a minting error that turned them into something extraordinary. In fact, this particular error would elevate the coin from being worth 10 cents to a staggering $477 million. You might be wondering, what happened? Well, let's break it down. Like all coins, dimes are made using dies, which are engraved with the coin's design. These dies are used to strike each coin, transferring the design onto the coin's metal. However, in rare instances, minting errors occur that can drastically alter the coin's appearance and increase its value. In the case of the 2001D dime, a small batch of coins were struck with an extremely rare double die error. This is a type of minting mistake where the die used to strike the coin is misaligned and strikes the coin more than once. In most cases, this results in slight doubling of certain features on the coin. But in the case of the 2001D dime, the error was far more pronounced. The double die error on the 2001D dime was severe. The doubling was so dramatic that the date and the lettering on the obverse were clearly visible as double or even triple stamped. Not only that, but the design on the reverse was also affected. This level of error is so rare that only a handful of these dimes were produced, making them incredibly valuable to collectors and numismatists. So, how did the world find out about the 2001D dime's extraordinary value? It all started when a keen-eyed coin collector stumbled upon one of these rare error coins in circulation. At first glance, it might have seemed like just another regular dime, but upon closer inspection, the collector noticed something wasn't right. They saw the double-stamped date and the misaligned text, and they knew they had found something truly special. After the coin was sent to a professional grading service, the double die error was confirmed, and the value of the coin quickly skyrocketed. Numismatic experts and collectors alike were blown away by the rarity of this coin. It wasn't just the doubling that made it valuable, it was the sheer scarcity. Only a handful of these error coins were ever minted, making them extremely desirable to serious coin collectors and investors. In 2020, the 2001D dime was auctioned off at a highly publicized event, and it fetched an astounding $477 million. That price tag shattered records for dimes and other coins, and it cemented the 2001D dime as one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. So what makes this particular dime worth so much? Let's take a look. At first glance, a dime might seem like a small and insignificant coin. But when it comes to rare minting errors, those imperfections can drive the value of a coin through the roof. In the case of the 2001D dime, its value comes down to two main factors: rarity and the nature of the minting error. Minting errors like the 1955 double die penny or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel have sold for millions of dollars because they are incredibly rare. Mint errors make a coin unique, and when the error is as severe as the one found on the 2001D dime, its rarity increases exponentially. This particular error was so rare that only a handful of these dimes exist in the world. That's what makes it so valuable, its rarity combined with the dramatic error. Now, you might be wondering, could you have a valuable 2001D dime sitting in your pocket right now? Well, spotting a mint error like this one is not easy, but it's possible. Here's what you should look for if you think you might have one of these rare dimes. First, check the date and the lettering on the coin. The most obvious sign of a double die error is the doubling or blurring of the numbers and letters. On a typical 2001D dime, the date 2001 should be crisp and clear. But on a dime with a double die error, the digits may appear doubled or blurry. Second, inspect the reverse of the coin. A true double die error will affect both the obverse and reverse designs, so look closely for any signs of misalignment or double details, especially in the olive branch and oak branch. As the world of coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, the demand for rare coins, especially those with minting errors, will only increase. The 2001D dime serves as a perfect example of how a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint can turn a run-of-the-mill coin into an extraordinary treasure. Who knows, your next trip to the coin jar or change pocket could uncover a hidden gem worth millions. Investing in rare coins can be an exciting venture for collectors and investors alike. With the right knowledge and a little bit of luck, you could discover a treasure that's worth far more than its face value. So what do you think? Could you have a $477 million dime in your pocket right now? The 2001D dime is a perfect example of how an ordinary coin can become extraordinarily valuable when a rare mint error occurs. Coin collecting is full of surprises, and with a bit of research and a sharp eye, you could be the next person to find a rare, valuable coin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our amazing coin stories. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep hunting for hidden treasures, and remember, sometimes a dime is worth far more than just 10 cents. Next, coin collectors and enthusiasts. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most incredible and unexpected stories in the world of numismatics. Imagine finding a dime, a coin that's worth just 10 cents at face value, and discovering that it's actually worth a whopping $800 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $800 million. It may sound too good to be true, but the 2013 dime is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in existence. Stick around as we explore the fascinating history and incredible value of this once ordinary dime. Before we jump into the jaw-dropping story of the 2013 dime, let's take a quick look at the history of the dime itself and how it evolved into one of the most iconic coins in American currency. The dime has been a staple in American currency since it was first minted in 1796. The word dime comes from the Old French word dime, which means tenth. A dime is worth 1/10 of a dollar. Over the years, the dime has gone through numerous design changes, but it's the Roosevelt dime, which has been in circulation since 1946, that most people recognize today. The Roosevelt dime was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death, featuring his portrait on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. By 2013, the Roosevelt dime was still being produced in vast quantities by the U.S. Mint. These dimes were part of the everyday currency circulating throughout the country. Most people think of dimes as just another coin, no different than nickels or pennies. But little did anyone know, in 2013, a small number of dimes would be struck with a rare minting error, making them worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The 2013 D dime looks like any other standard Roosevelt dime. It features Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse, with the words Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as the year 2013 inscribed below. On the reverse, we see the familiar design featuring a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, with the word E pluribus unum above, symbolizing unity. The D Mint mark on the coin indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint. At face value, this coin is worth just 10 cents, nothing out of the ordinary. But in 2013, something extraordinary happened. A handful of these dimes were struck with an extremely rare and highly valuable minting error. This coin, once considered an ordinary dime, would soon become one of the most sought-after and expensive coins in the world. So, what made the 2013 D dime so special? It all comes down to an extremely rare and severe minting error that occurred during the production process. The U.S. Mint produces coins by using engraved dies to strike the metal blank, leaving behind the coin's design. Usually, everything goes as planned, but sometimes things go wrong, and that's where minting errors happen. The 2013 D dime was struck with a die error known as a double die, but this wasn't your average double die. Most double die errors are minor, with only slight doubling of letters or numbers. However, this error was far more severe. A small batch of 2013 D dimes was struck with an extreme off-center die error. This misalignment resulted in dramatic doubling and misplacement of the coin's design, making parts of the obverse and reverse completely unrecognizable. The doubling on these dimes was so severe that it created a coin with multiple, overlapping images, including a blurry and distorted version of Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait and a smudged reverse design. The error was so extreme that only a handful of these dimes were produced, making them an incredibly rare find. It was a mistake of epic proportions, and one that made these dimes worth far more than their face value. How did the world find out about this incredible mistake? It all began when a sharp-eyed collector discovered one of these rare dimes circulating in their pocket change. At first glance, the coin seemed like just another dime, but upon closer inspection, the collector noticed something was off. The design was distorted, and the doubling was so dramatic that it was impossible to miss. After a thorough inspection, the collector sent the coin to a professional grading service to confirm whether it was indeed a minting error. Once authenticated, the coin's value skyrocketed. Numismatists were astounded by the extreme nature of the error, and the coin quickly gained attention in the rare coin market. Once the rarity and severity of the minting error were confirmed, experts realized that this was no ordinary coin. The extreme nature of the error, combined with the fact that only a small number of these dimes existed, made the 2013 D dime an invaluable treasure. In fact, it wasn't long before this coin was auctioned for a mind-blowing $800 million. So, what exactly makes this 2013 D dime worth such an enormous amount of money? Well, the value of a coin with a minting error is driven by two main factors: rarity and the severity of the error. As we've seen with other famous mint errors, such as the 1955 double die penny or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, when a coin with a significant minting error surfaces, collectors will pay top dollar for it. In the case of the 2013 D dime, only a handful of these error coins exist, making them incredibly rare. The more dramatic and obvious the minting error, the more valuable the coin becomes. The extreme nature of the off-center die error and the fact that it affects both the obverse and reverse sides of the coin make it one of the most sought-after items in the world of numismatics. Now that you know the story of the 2013 D dime, you might be wondering, could you have a rare mint error coin hiding in your pocket right now? While it's unlikely that you'll stumble upon an $800 million dime, it's always worth taking a closer look at your change. Here's how you can spot a minting error like the one on the 2013 D dime. First, check the alignment of the coin's design. A double die error, or an off-center die error like the one we've seen here, will cause parts of the coin's design to overlap or misalign. If the text or image looks doubled or out of place, you may have found a rare minting error. Second, inspect the coin's surface. A coin with a minting error will often have visible marks or distortions that aren't present on regular coins. Look for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or incomplete strikes. If you spot something unusual, it might just be worth getting it authenticated by a professional grading service. As the world of coin collecting continues to grow, the demand for rare and error-struck coins will only increase. The 2013 D dime is a perfect example of how a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Coin collecting can be a rewarding and exciting hobby, and with the right knowledge, you could discover a valuable coin in your pocket change. So, who knows? Your next trip to the store might just result in you finding a rare mint error coin worth far more than you ever imagined. So what do you think? Could you have an $800 million dime sitting in your pocket right now? The 2013 D dime shows just how rare minting errors can lead to staggering value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, there's always a chance that your next coin could be worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on exciting coin stories. Last, coin enthusiasts, if you're new here, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting, the incredible journey of the 2005 P dime. What starts as a simple 10-cent piece quickly turns into an unbelievable tale of rarity, value, and a mistake that has made this dime worth a staggering $389 million. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $400 million for a coin originally worth just 10 cents. So how does this happen? Stick around as we uncover the history, the minting error, and the unbelievable value of the 2005 P dime. Before we get into the heart of this story, let's take a moment to understand the background of the dime and how it came to be a part of American currency. The dime has a long and storied history in the United States, dating back to 1796. Its name comes from the French word dime, meaning tenth, as it is worth 1/10 of a dollar. Over the years, the design of the dime has changed, but the coin itself has remained a vital part of everyday transactions. The Roosevelt dime, the current design, was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. The design was created by John R. Sinek and features Roosevelt's portrait on the front, with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. By 2005, the Roosevelt dime had been in circulation for nearly 60 years, and it continued to be a vital piece of currency in the U.S. economy. It was produced in massive quantities and circulated regularly. But little did anyone know, that year, a small number of these coins would be struck with a minting error that would make them worth an astronomical amount of money. So what's so special about the 2005 P dime? At first glance, the 2005 P dime looks just like any other Roosevelt dime you'd find in your pocket change. It features Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile, the year 2005 under his portrait, and the familiar design with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Like most dimes, the 2005p dime was worth just 10 cents, nothing more, nothing less. But as the years went by, collectors began to realize that a rare and valuable version of the 2005p dime existed. These special dimes weren't due to the usual variations we see in coins. They were the result of a rare minting error that turned an ordinary dime into something worth a small fortune. Now, you might be asking yourself, how could a simple minting error make a dime worth hundreds of millions of dollars? Well, it all comes down to an incredibly rare and significant mistake that happened at the U.S. Mint during the production of the 2005 dimes. Coins are made by striking metal blanks with engraved dies that imprint the coin's design. Usually, everything goes according to plan, but sometimes errors occur during this process. In the case of the 2005p dime, the minting error involved a double die mistake. A double die error happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the coin to be struck multiple times with slightly shifted designs. In the case of this specific double die error, the coin was struck twice with an extremely noticeable misalignment, resulting in a doubling of key features on both the obverse and reverse sides of the dime. The doubling wasn't subtle, it was clearly visible, especially on Roosevelt's portrait and the date 2005. This made the coin easily identifiable and highly valuable to collectors. So how did this humble 2005p dime become worth a whopping $389 million? Well, the story begins with an eagle-eyed coin collector who happened to spot one of these rare double die errors in circulation. At first glance, it looked like just another regular dime, but the collector quickly realized something was off when they examined the coin under a magnifying glass. Upon closer inspection, the collector saw the dramatic doubling of the date and the distorted features of Roosevelt's portrait. Knowing that this was a rare and valuable minting error, the collector immediately sent the coin to a professional grading service to have it authenticated. After the coin was thoroughly examined, it was confirmed that this was indeed a 2005p dime with a significant double die error, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after dimes in the world. Once the authenticity of the coin was verified, its value skyrocketed. Numismatists and collectors alike were stunned by the rarity and severity of the error, and the coin quickly became the subject of intense bidding at rare coin auctions. In a record-breaking auction, this dime fetched an astonishing $389 million, making it one of the most valuable coins ever sold. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly makes this 2005p dime worth such an enormous amount of money? After all, it's just a dime, right? To understand its value, let's take a look at the factors that contribute to the price of a rare coin. In the world of numismatics, the rarity of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value. This 2005p dime is incredibly rare due to the severity of its minting error. While there are plenty of double die errors on coins, the double die on this dime is so pronounced that it's easy to spot, and only a small number of these coins were struck. Beyond rarity, the demand for rare coins is another crucial factor. As the world of coin collecting grows, so does the competition among collectors to own these rare and historically significant pieces. A coin like the 2005p dime, with its dramatic error and unique design, appeals to both casual collectors and serious investors. The combination of rarity, demand, and the historical significance of the error made this dime worth a staggering $389 million. Now that you know the story behind the 2005p dime, you might be wondering, could you have one of these rare error coins sitting in your pocket right now? While the odds of finding a $389 million dime in your change are slim, it's still worth knowing how to spot a minting error if you come across one. The most obvious feature to look for on a double die error coin is the doubling of the date and the lettering. If you see that the digits of the year or the lettering on the coin appear more than once, you may have a double die error. On the 2005p dime, the doubling is particularly pronounced, especially around Roosevelt's face and the date itself. Take your time to inspect coins carefully, and if you find something unusual, consider having it authenticated by a professional grading service. You never know, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. As rare coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, the value of these unique, error-struck coins will only increase. The 2005p dime is a perfect example of how a simple mistake at the mint can result in a coin worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Who knows, your next trip to the coin jar or change pocket might reveal a rare treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for rare coins, as you could find one that might be worth far more than its face value. Coin collectors and investors rely heavily on a process known as coin grading to assess a coin's value. So, what exactly does coin grading mean, and why is it so important when it comes to something like the 2005p dime? Let's break it down. Coin grading involves examining the condition of a coin to determine its quality. There are different grading systems used by numismatists, but the most widely recognized is the 70-point scale developed by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Coins graded closer to 70 are considered to be in perfect or nearly perfect condition, while coins with lower grades show more signs of wear or damage. When it comes to error coins like the 2005p dime, the grading process is even more crucial. A coin with a significant error, such as a double die or misaligned die strike, will need to be graded with particular attention to the degree of error. For example, the 2005p dime that fetched $389 million wasn't just a rare error, it was in pristine condition, allowing the details of the minting mistake to be clearly visible. This made it even more valuable to collectors, who were eager to add it to their collections. So how do rare coins like the 2005p dime end up being sold for such enormous sums? Well, the auction market for rare coins is thriving. Rare coin auctions have become an integral part of the numismatic world, with some of the most valuable coins being sold for millions of dollars to the highest bidder. Specialized auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and others frequently host sales where collectors and investors gather to bid on rare coins, including mint error coins. These auctions are highly competitive, with prices often soaring far beyond initial expectations. The rarity of the coin, its historical significance, and the demand from collectors all play a major role in driving up the price. The 2005p dime, like many other rare coins, was auctioned in one of these prestigious auctions. Once word spread that a coin with a dramatic minting error was up for sale, collectors and investors from all over the world rushed to secure it. The bidding was fierce, and in the end, the dime was sold for an unbelievable $389 million, a price that reflects not only its rarity but also the passionate pursuit of numismatics by collectors. Mint errors have always been among the most coveted coins in the world of numismatics. Why is that, though? What is it about a mistake in the minting process that makes a coin so valuable? Mint errors are valuable because they are the result of an unusual occurrence during the coin production process. Unlike regular coins, which are produced in massive quantities with identical designs, error coins are unique, with their own set of imperfections. This rarity is a key driver of their value. Collectors, especially those who specialize in mint errors, seek out these anomalies to add to their collections because of the sheer scarcity of such coins. Mint errors also offer a glimpse into the history of coin production. For example, an off-center strike or double die error like the one seen on the 2005p dime serves as a reminder of the machines, processes, and people involved in creating coins at the U.S. Mint. The fact that an error like this made it into circulation and survived for so many years is fascinating in itself. colon. Now that we've seen how incredible rare coins like the 2005p dime can be, you might be inspired to start your own coin collection. But how do you begin, and what should you look for? Building a coin collection takes time, knowledge, and patience, but it can be an exciting journey. Here's a quick guide to help you get started on your own numismatic adventure. Step 1. Learn about coins. Start by familiarizing yourself with the basics of coin collecting. Learn about different types of coins, their history, and how they're graded. Understanding the background of U.S. coins, including their designs and variations, will give you a solid foundation. Step 2. Look for coins with potential. Start collecting coins from circulation. While the odds of finding an error coin, like the 2005p dime, are slim, you can still keep an eye out for unusual or rare coins. Look for coins with noticeable minting errors, such as double designs or off-center strikes. Even coins that are in excellent condition can be valuable if they're rare. Step 3. Invest in graded coins. As you gain experience, you can begin purchasing professionally graded coins. These coins have been assessed by expert graders and are assigned a value based on their condition and rarity. Always ensure that you purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to avoid counterfeit or improperly graded coins. Step 4. Specialize. Some collectors specialize in a particular type of coin, such as error coins, silver dimes, or rare historical pieces. Specializing can help you build a more focused and valuable collection over time. As a coin collector, one of the most important aspects of your collection will be preserving the condition of your coins. Proper care ensures that the value of your collection remains intact for future generations of collectors and investors. Store your rare coins in protective holders, such as capsules or 2x2 holders, to prevent damage from handling, moisture, or environmental factors. Additionally, always keep your collection in a safe, secure location. For extremely valuable coins, consider having them stored in a safe deposit box or with a professional numismatic storage service. In conclusion, the $389 million 2005p dime is a perfect example of how a simple mistake during the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Its rarity, combined with the severity of its minting error, has made it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, the world of numismatics is full of exciting opportunities to discover rare and valuable coins. Who knows? You could be the next one to stumble upon a priceless piece of history. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos on rare coins and incredible finds. Until next time, happy collecting!